Welcome to Don's FSD Challenge. In this video, we're going to grade run number 1. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing here, and thanks for tuning in. Note that I will also count an intervention and a breakout in autopilot when it mimics what I expect an FSD mode would do. And don't forget to watch the video about this route in its entirety. Just look it up in the playlist. Challenge 1 will require the medium speed FSD mode.
Here's challenge number 2 coming up. It's 3 lane changes to get to 495 north. She knows she needs to get over. She's going to try. Looks like we got a good lane shift here. Good. See, the second one though, we're blocked. So what will she do? She's not. I'm going to have to break out here. This is the perfect example of just not being able to be aggressive enough. Even having to break out, it was not particularly hard for me to complete that last maneuver. No traffic at all, so we'll see what she's able to do. All right, with no traffic, did just fine.
Challenge 4 will require medium speed road FSD mode, and even then it'll probably take a bit longer to allow it to work. Looking at challenge 5, here we go.
So here we got this long lane merge, and Gracie moves to the right, and trying to get left is just the most odd thing ever. Again, I'm gonna not break out. Come on, he's giving you the in.
Challenge 6 is long and complex with multiple elements. It'll be a while before this works in FSD, but here's a look at one of the more interesting aspects of it.
All right, breaking out of autopilot here. This is just a good example today of the kind of traffic we have here. It's better than it can be at times. So you got all this weird stuff happening here. Cars coming all over the place. There we go. And no one jumping in the last second from the right lane, which is a pretty common occurrence. You can see why this will be very tough. And then to wrap up this challenge is this on-ramp here, which is really crazy. You don't have any sight lines. The other cars are coming really fast. All right, back into navigate on autopilot here.
Challenges 7, 8, 9, and 10 all will require the medium speed FSD mode for surface streets, city streets, etc. And some of these will likely take even longer given some of their unique quirks.
Going to autopilot right now. It doesn't detect the lanes. There we go. Now we're just going to go right around the top of the beltway. If all goes well, this is the sweet spot of navigate on autopilot. What are you gonna do here? Know what to do there with everyone coming over. All right, she's saying going the right way. That's okay. Ah, so she dropped down to 50. It's calm, slow enough to be comfortable, not too slow. Gracie's reduced down to 45, which is the understood speed limit. I'll leave it. Actually, I'll go up to 50. Allows 5 over. But even at 50, you'll see I'm pretty much going to get run over here. Oh, this is interesting. We get an unsupported maneuver, dropped me back to autopilot. It's interesting that it wouldn't let me do this here. Will it let me make the turn with autopilot? It will. Go ahead and just use my accelerator a little bit. This is the designated way to Route 66 West, and for some reason it's just not going to pull me that direction. Odd why. Okay, but we're going to just go. We're back. Now we're on 66. But this is weird. Why isn't... I'm going to manually intervene here to get to the right lane. I'm going to consider that a failure. The car should not just stay in the left-hand lane. Well, this is really interesting. The car needs to be over one lane, and it has not decided to do that yet. Okay, I'm going to have to do this myself. There's a failure. It intended to go that way. Gracie needs to stay right here. What's she going to do? Yep, she's going to stay right. That was good. Okay, we're in autopilot through here. Alright, did that. Okay, now what happens? We got cars everywhere. Doing okay. Oh, right back in. All right, now what happens here? This is going to be, we have another toll booth coming up here. I'm going to navigate on autopilot ending. Let's see what it does. It starts slowing down. Very good. Thank you. Back in autopilot. What does it do here? Comes to grinding. Oh, we're going to go ahead and break out and go to the right here. Very good. we're coming up to the traffic circle now. I'm going to go ahead and just brake out because I know that it doesn't do it. It starts slowing down, but you can see it's pretty aggressive here. I mean, so that's just not at all in the skill sets yet.
Challenges 20 and 21 will require medium speed route FSD capabilities, and challenges 22 and 23 will require new low speed capabilities that don't yet exist. For run number 1, I was able to remain in navigate on autopilot, which is an FSD mode, through segments 11 to 15, which resulted in a total distance of 34.5 miles. Lane choice management is about deciding when and where to get into different lanes. In this version, it remains not very good, and thus the low rating. It gets into exit lanes way too early, and in city traffic, that's a real problem. It will decide to change lanes right on top of another car, and so forth. And let's take a look at a few clips.
This is all a good example here of the conservative nature of navigate on autopilot actually having a negative impact. It's sort of good overall that it gets in the right lane early, but in this case it's all slowed down because of this construction, and actually now you would just move over without any problem, which is what most people do. Gracie wants to be in the left lane. We're just going to let her do what she wants to do. Still struggling with the lane changes.
True self-driving functionality will require much more intelligent speed management than currently exists with the rudimentary tools. It will have to be able to adjust to real traffic, know the scenarios better than currently exists. Let's take a look at some clips.
So here we're going way too slow. Everyone else is just pulling away. No traffic cones, but everyone else just goes flying through here. And now we get to a really interesting part, 295 southbound here. So I've currently got Gracie set to 60. The speed limit say 45. We're still in the divided road, so Tesla says, yep, go whatever you want to go. But if we stay going 60 through here, we will get a ticket in the mail. So still letting me do 60, still a divided road. So we'll just go with the flow of traffic here. It's going to slow us down to below the threshold. But it would definitely let us just keep plowing through here. Gracie's reduced down to 45, which is the understood speed limit. I'll leave it. Actually, I'll go up to 50. Allows 5 over. But even at 50, you'll see I'm pretty much going to get run over here. Does it consider this a divided highway? Oh, it does. So it will allow me to go faster.
Like speed management, follow distance is also going to have to become more intelligent. Currently, you just set a number 1 to 7, and that applies to whatever scenario you're in. It really needs to be adaptive, give you more room on the highway, less room in traffic, all the things we normally do as humans.
Routing and navigation is really hit and miss in this version. There are a lot of cases where road seems to be classified differently than you would expect, and therefore navigate on autopilot stops and starts again. We saw that along VA110, and you'll see some clips of that. There are also a lot of cases where it misidentifies itself as being on a surface street when it's on an overpass or an underpass. And unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a good way to report these issues to Tesla at this time, which is pretty frustrating. So it's interesting that it didn't go straight through there. Gettysburg here will have to get across and merge into this lane. This is definitely a forte of version 10 right now, is how nicely it lets other cars in. Just does it very seamlessly as soon as they use their blinker. And then petered out. Just did it again, trying to make the lane change. They said nope. All right, I had to cancel the lane change there. There's just, again, just crazy behavior in lane changing. And here we are again. It wanted to make the lane change. It had a spot to do it, but then was too slow to do so. Yeah, just so it sees all these cars coming up here. There we go. Finally was able to do it. Oh, this is interesting. What do we got going? Let's see what happens here. We got plenty of room to do something here. Oh! I gotta break it out. It looked like it would have did it, but it was too close for my comfort. Does a nice, not such a nice job there. Didn't know where to go. Let's see what she does here. Slides over in an awkward way. Okay, that was weird. Little phantom braking there. This is the natural route of the road, so we'll see what autopilot allows to happen. I assume I'll have to brake out. Oh, it got close to that curve though. Yep. And then I chose this route here too because we have to make this left-hand turn on a divided road without signals, just a stop sign, pretty bad sight lines. So I'm not, you can see, so I have no idea what the guys in front of me are going to do. Okay, looks like he's going straight. Yep, it looks like he's going straight. So I will, there you go. That'll be a really tough intersection to try. Well, it's interesting that it's not letting me be a navigator. Now we're off.